Rishi and Radha study in the same school. Despite that, they've liked each other since childhood. Today happens to be both of their birthdays, so they cut the cake together that night. The next morning, when they reach school, Rishi says, "I've brought a gift for you." Radha smiles and says, "I've also brought a gift for you." When they open their gifts, they're surprised to see they've bought the exact same thing for each other. Filled with birthday joy, they distribute sweets to all their classmates. But when Radha goes to give a sweet to Ramesh, he deliberately grabs her hand. Seeing this, Rishi gets angry and says to Radha, "Stop talking to Ramesh. He's not a good student." Radha agrees and walks away. The next day, when Radha comes to school, Ramesh keeps calling her from behind, but she ignores him. He follows her to her desk and says, "We have a math test today. Please explain this chapter to me, and after that, I won't bother you again." Feeling bad, Radha agrees to help. But Ramesh starts misbehaving with her. Just then, Rishi enters the classroom and sees everything. Furious, he beats Ramesh badly. When Radha tries to stop him, Rishi doesn't listen. Angry, Radha slaps him, and Rishi, in rage, slaps her back. Because of Ramesh, Rishi and Radha have a fight and stop talking to each other from that day on. Time passes, and both of them grow up. Even though their houses are right across from each other, they don't speak. However, Rishi's father and Radha's father are best friends, so their families continue to get along happily. One day, some goons surround Radha. They tell her, "You can call anyone you want for help, but you only get 3 chances. If no one picks up in those 3 calls, we'll do whatever we want." Radha knows only Rishi will come to her aid, so she calls him. The moment Rishi gets the call, he rushes there, beats up all the goons, and saves her. Seeing this, Radha feels deeply moved and kisses Rishi, forgetting their childhood fight. Even after growing up, Rishi and Radha keep teasing each other. One morning, when Radha tries to start her scooter for college, it doesn't start, because Rishi had secretly removed the plug, hoping she'd have to ride with him on his bike. But just then, Radha's brother comes along, so she asks him to drop her at college instead. On the way, while waiting at a traffic signal, 2 men start staring at Radha in a bad way. Rishi notices and rides his bike in front of them to block their view. Seeing this, Radha feels happy inside. But when the men still don't stop, Rishi buys an umbrella, opens it, and stands in front so they can't see her. Just then, Radha's brother gets an urgent call and leaves, asking Radha to go with Rishi. Rishi's plan works perfectly. They go to college together, roam around, and keep teasing each other. It's obvious they still love each other deeply. One day, when Rishi comes to take Radha to the temple, she's in her room adjusting her sari. Rishi peeks through the keyhole and becomes mesmerized seeing her. Later, Rishi's brother calls him for dinner, but just then, Radha's sister Subha calls him and says, "I have a gift for you, come quickly to my house." Excited, Rishi goes there. Radha's family is having dinner, and they invite him to join, but he makes excuses and goes straight to Subha's room. Subha gives him his gift, a bottle of Royal Salute whiskey. Rishi is overjoyed. When he tries to leave, Radha has already planned to get him caught. But Rishi is clever. He hides the whiskey bottle inside his hoodie and replaces it with chocolates in the gift box. Radha's plan fails. Later that night, Rishi and his brother celebrate on the terrace, dancing and enjoying the whiskey. Suddenly, Radha appears and threatens him, "If you don't apologize, I'll call my brother right now." But Rishi refuses to apologize. To annoy her more, he sends a message in a WhatsApp group saying Radha fell from the stairs. Her friends start calling her non-stop, and she gets really irritated. A few days later, both families are invited to a wedding, but since Rishi and Radha's final exams are just 10 days away, they stay home. The next day at college, Radha's friend takes her to the library, where she overhears Rishi and his friend plotting to distract her so she'll fail the exam. Upset, Radha decides not to go home and instead studies at her friend's house. But Rishi, living next door, brings loudspeakers to the terrace and starts blasting music, dancing with his friends to disturb her. Frustrated, Radha tries to leave, but her scooter won't start again. So she takes an auto, not knowing the driver is a criminal. Seeing her alone at night, he kidnaps her. But before he can harm her, Rishi appears again and beats him up, only to find out later that it was all part of Radha's plan to confess her love to him. Later, when Radha's sister Subha's marriage is arranged, the groom's family comes to see her. But Subha refuses, because she's in love with Rishi's younger brother. When her brother finds out, he gets furious and beats Rishi's brother at his office. Because of this, both families stop talking. The families who once shared happiness now can't even look at each other, and even Radha stops speaking to Rishi. Days pass, and the tension between the families grows. But Rishi keeps thinking about how to bring both families back together. A few days later, Rishi and Radha go to another village for college camp training. There, Radha apologizes to Rishi and hugs him. They reunite and decide to make peace between their families. Together, they start planning how to bring both families close again. To watch the next part, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.